You're watching Gold Rush and a Rush, and we're recapping the Season 13 episode, Trench Warfare. So what happened? Parker, short workers, calls in friend Tyler from Australia to drive a rock truck. Flying in from Australia just to drive a rock truck? Yeah, this makes sense. Anyway, we watch Parker clown around with her in the rock truck for an agonizingly long time. A few days later, Chris teaches her to use the loader to feed the wash plant. At one point, there is a massive overflow in the pre-wash, and she has to call Tyson to rush to the rescue. Of course, none of this is happening in real time, well, except by the power of terrible, terrible editing. Then we see Tyler look at some bears, then we see Tyler look at some eagles, then I look outside and wonder, what exactly am I doing with my life? It's sad, really. A cleanup finds 448.95 ounces, giving Parker 974.6 ounces for the season. Tony's struggling with mud in the blue cut. To help drain it, they dig a ditch and bury a culvert. Then the cold cut is suddenly completely flooded, whereas it wasn't at all before, and Tony is in a rush to evacuate it, but the aerial drone footage shows it is already completely empty. I have no idea what's going on right now. So then they go back in time and dig a new trench above both cuts. Well, either they went back in time or Tony had some way to grow his beard several inches in just 3 days. At one point, an excavator gets a random error code indicating nothing of real significance. And it's cleanup time. The blue cut finds 96.74 ounces, and the cold cut finds 94.34 ounces. This week, Fred's team is using an excavator to break up the river ice, and it's still boring. The narrator explains how so far he's produced 0 ounces of gold. He's also produced 0 ounces of entertainment. But then he needs to drive 100 miles away to get his new wash plant, a drive that's long enough to cause him to change clothes several times on the way. There's some welding and fabricating, but there's also lots of drone shots, added and unnecessary sound effects, and boredom. When they go to load up the wash plant bits and drag them to their claim, the leaf springs break on one of their trailers. It's fixed, but in the process, the trailer nearly drops on Fred's head. I'm surprised the narrator didn't say, for every hour the trailer is pressed onto Fred's head, he's... For every hour the trailer is pressed onto Fred's head, he's losing nearly 25 cents in gold. It's so stupid. Okay. Does anything else happen? No, not really, but there's this. Fred's son shows up wearing these pants. Fashion choices aside, it reminds me of something my uncle told me 30 years ago, and I've never forgotten. He said, "The best part of my divorce is that there's no one around to say, 'You can't go to town in those pants.'" I don't know, for some reason that's always stuck with me. Tune in next time when Tony's crew digs a ditch much further down than he requested, leaving him with a deep depression. A lot of Fred this episode. It does change things up, not for the better, but it definitely changes things up. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the episode, comment, like, subscribe. Old episodes, you should watch them. I'll be back again next week.